So money means nothing, and you can't sell your soul. I dream a world where we all grow.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Art Talk with Susanna Baker. And as you know, we always bring you everything from the red carpet to the canvas. We're the only show with the cultural happenings and art shows and all the versages of Miami and South Florida. So here from Friday in our studio, we have the talented and wonderful David Rosen from David Rosen Galleries. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Susanna. Thank you so much for having me here today.
I'm so excited, and thank you for accepting my invitation. I was very fortunate. It was the weather here in South Florida is phenomenal now this time of the year, and I had some family in town, and I had gotten an email blast from Craig Robbins stating this amazing art and exotic car show, and I told my family we got to go see this, and of course, being the good Latinos that we are, we ended up getting very late out to the streets, and you were so kind. You kept the beautiful venue that you're doing this show open, and I was able not only to meet you, which was really amazing, and thank you again, that's why you're here, but also to see your insight and vision that you had as a young man that you are, bringing such an amazing combination to different neighborhoods and seeing art and exotic cars and museum pieces of beautiful motors that you never see only in James Bond movies, and also with the art. I want to know, how did David Rosen Galleries pop up? How did you get into art? How did you get into this niche, which is so special?
It's interesting how I got into the art business, to curating art and now doing galleries. I come from a real estate family. My father, Ken Rosen, was one of the pioneers in real estate. Came here in 1950s building GI homes, and then got into commercial real estate. So I grew up with a love for commercial real estate, and I got to see how Miami transformed the skyline, the different areas, Wynwood, the design district, now Little River. And so it's very, very exciting for me to be involved in what's going on in Miami and seeing the growth. So investing in commercial real estate, sometimes there's some vacancies. So areas change. Coral Gables went through some construction. We had some vacancies. And to see areas like Wynwood, Lincoln Road, Miami, Coral Gables have storefronts that are empty was a little shocking to me. So we had one space on the corner of Salzedo and Alhambra that was empty, but it was really beautiful. And the city had us put up paper on the window. And I really needed to activate that space. I wanted people to see the beauty of what was inside this space on this great corner in Coral Gables. So I decided to pop up an art gallery. And I called two friends of mine that I collected at the time, Domingo Zapata and Jordi Molla, who are both from Spain. One is a very, very talented painter that just finished the largest mural in the history of Times Square, 30,000 square feet. And Jordi Molla, who I love as well, who's an actor from movies such as Bad Boys 2 or Diego from Blow. So I brought them in.
He smokes a hell of a cigar. He's always with his pictures of cigar. Very iconic look.
So, yeah. So we popped up, and, I thought, let me just do this for a week. Hopefully I'll lease this space soon,
Yeah.
And it was there 2 years, and we did amazing shows. We brought in Ciudad Garrido. We did flamenco dancers with art, we did events, we did cultural events, and I said, wow, not only did we sell art and were the artists happy, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, what an ingenious idea. Here you are, a commercial realtor, but you also love, obviously you're a culture icon. You have good friends, you love art, you love good food, you love wine, you love nice cars. That's total Miami, especially Miami. It's so about cars. And if you look at the garages, museum garage that Craig Robbins put up with 5 artists, and everything is a take on cars and you see these amazing, facades of art, the traffic jam, the surreal traffic jam by Miguel Clavel, which is 32 real cars of Mustangs and Corvettes that are, dipped in gold and silver resin, and they're hanging there vertically like a traffic jam, barricades, Hans Jürgen Myers also with those headlights of cars. And you look at these great garages, you look at everybody who comes into town, the winter snowbirds, cars and sexy cars, beautiful women, great wine, good cigars. That's Miami. And then Miami is also neighborhoods that need resurgence, that they go through their growing pains. They become, forgotten sometimes while they're going through their growing pains. And so here comes David Rosen, who is in commercial real estate, who loves all the things I mentioned. And you put two and two together and you really create an amazing artistic cultural band-aid for what would be an open sore of an eyesore, actually, right? Instead of putting paper like the city makes you do.
Absolutely.
You're filling it up with art. And you said something terrific in the pre-show, how you actually reach out to local artists.
Yes,
And-
it's so important. These areas recently happened in Wynwood, right? In Wynwood, one of the reasons for the growth of Wynwood was art. Absolutely, the art walks, the galleries, the local artists. And as real estate prices went up, which they do, some of these artists needed to look for another gallery, needed to look for a place to go. And I was really excited to be able to open up spaces as well for local artists, to be able to come and showcase inside of the spaces that I'm lucky enough to pop up in. Not only spaces that I own or I own with partners, but other spaces that I'm connected to from other real estate investors that want to activate their space, especially during Art Basel, which this city is vibrant.
Absolutely. And I love that because you're right. A lot of they always say, if you want to know where a good real estate deal is happening, look at the bohemian artists and see where they're popping up their workspace studios. Normally, it's a trend. They start to follow, they start to make these little art walks. And before you know it, the same people that started the trend and the buzz back in these forgotten ghost neighborhoods, then they become cool and trendy and the trend with the grit. And before you know it, you have a developer opening up a great restaurant. The Pradas come in, the Mercedes. But I have to tell you, I love it because you still bring these wonderful local artists as well as national, international artists, create a great group show, but you also give these people an amazing taste of fantasy to actually touch and see something that you could only dream of because you saw it on a James Bond movie. Tell us some of the cars people could see at this show.
So I've known Brett David for probably well over 15 years. He's a car mogul. Prestige Imports is one of the largest importers of exotic cars in the country. And people love cars in Miami, and so do I. And to me, they're art, right?
Absolutely.
So we've curated 12 of their their favorite cars. I mean, they have plenty of cars on 150th and Biscayne where they have 3 different showrooms. But we took 12 of those really special cars and mixed them in a 9,000 square foot space in the design district.
Can you give us the address? Where is that?
Yeah, so 3841 Northeast 2nd Avenue. And it's a prestige performing art pop-up with David Rosen Galleries. And another partner of ours, MPH Club, so people can actually go and rent some of these cars before they buy them to test them out. So we've all partnered together to just do an art exhibit where we mix sculptures and amazing pieces of art with these 12 amazing cars.
And what are the 12 cars, as I said?
So, you want me to name all 12?
Well,
I can name all my art, but okay.
Yeah.
So I can
Just
tell
a
you, we
few.
definitely at some of, we have Paganis, which Horacio Pagani has created just these amazing pieces of artworks that are these exotic cars. So we also have Porsche. We have like a 918, which is a really cool hybrid. We have Lamborghinis. We also have Karma. I don't know if which is another hybrid. So really great
And
cars.
the royal blue one that I saw on your Instagram,
The Pagani Zonda.
the Pagani Zonda. And what's the price tag on something like that?
Well, that's a very one-of-a-kind, very specific car, which is why we have it in the showroom. And I've been told that if it was for sale, it'd probably be in the area of $7 to $8 million.
Wow. So you could actually see something that is such a masterpiece. That's
And how
a
it opens up,
masterpiece.
you saw it, right?
How
it
it sort of opens up. And I love you were waiting for Brito to drop off a car
He
too.
did.
He did drop off his
yes.
car. And so these cars, are they for sale or they're just a museum showpiece?
So as this is an art pop-up, it's
Right.
really about enjoying the art and having the cars there to look at.
Yeah.
But many of them are for sale at Brett's dealers, which he represents Lamborghini of Miami, Pagani of Miami, and that's off of 150th and
Okay.
Biscayne. It's about 20 miles
What a
north,
great-
not too far from us.
I mean, what a great fusion that you've made there. Really, you've gotten some of the top iconic businesses of Miami. I mean, Prestige started, when did they start? In the 60s, right? Late 70s, something?
Very long time ago.
I know, a long time ago. I know that, the car dealerships really came up when this city, 75 to 85, that was a big time where, the markets for Latin America were being opened up and investment. Brickell started to be built and a lot of car dealerships came in town. And so Prestige was one of the first, if not the first, and it's so great to see them still in business, growing, expanded to vertical marketing from aviations to yachts. And so they're on the water, they're on the land, and they're on the air. And with you, David Rosen Galleries, there is an amazing way of taking care of a neighborhood that would normally just have an empty bay with some paper slap on the glass saying for rent. And what a great way of celebrating neighborhoods and celebrating businesses, because as people, that foot traffic that store or bay used to bring doesn't bring it anymore. Now you take it, David Rosen Galleries takes it on, and that's got to be, what a show. Insurances, the costs, the moving parts are like, it's crazy, but it works. And I just wish you tons of blessings, because I want everyone to go to davidrosensgalleries.com, take a look at his events. He's going to be holding so many things. Our art season begins right now at the end of November. Everything is art in the streets, though we are art every day. As we know, the art experience, we're dine, design, explore the arts. Every day for us is Art Basel Miami Art Week, because of fabulous cars like Prestige Motors, fabulous places to look at that are sold by David Rosen, and fabulous art that also David Rosen Galleries and other galleries are here year-round, not just 1 week out of the year, but year-round. There's collections and galleries, bohemian neighborhoods, great cigar places, great car dealerships like Prestige, and a great place to continue to see by going to davidrosengalleries.com. Tell us, what do you see now? We have a few minutes left. Tell us, what are you going to do in December in this activation?
Well, we've got some very exciting shows in the works, which are on the wraps right now because they're that exciting. So if you go to davidrosengalleries.com, I'll be posting them there, and really excited to be able to work with Ride to Revive, which is also the charity of Valerie K. David, who's one of the amazing artists
She's
we have.
great.
We're gonna
Is that
bring
the
her
one
on
with
the
the
show.
flag? With the flag?
Yes.
And then behind it has these old comics?
Yeah, her father was the comic during World War II.
Wow.
And she's taken his work, which he was the art illustrator, and did these amazing comics that they used to give out to the enlisted men and women, and to be able to take his work and bring it back to life.
Wow.
And then a lot of the proceeds of artwork I love to work with charities and give back. So Ride to Revive is the charity from the David family, and it's an amazing charity where they take kids who have terminal illnesses and put them in these amazing cars and give them a chance and put a smile on their face. So it's not only amazing to work with the amazing artists that I represent and curate some good pieces with cars, but to work with charities as well.
I love the fact, the art experience, Susanna Baker, Art Talk with Susanna Baker, we're all about philanthropy. Even this show, everything we do, we never charge. We bring people from all walks, from famous artists to famous gallerists to realtors, but everything with the cultural mind, because what you guys do is you change our neighborhood, you beautify our world, you resonate culture, art, the great things in life, and those things should be free. Even if it's just to look for an afternoon, it's giving just a wonderful way of just bringing something back to the neighborhood. And I thank you, David Rosen, for that. Prestige Motors for allowing the collaboration, and MP Motors as well. What a great collaboration. God bless you. I hope it is an amazing show. I definitely believe in what you're doing, and I want to see more. And so once again, can you tell our listeners where to find more events on David Rosen?
Absolutely. So the Instagram is David Rosen Galleries all together, and the website www.davidrosengalleries.com. I want to thank you so much for bringing me on the show. I love your energy, and this has been
thank you.
great.
Well, I love you, and God bless you. And next Friday, Art Talk with Susanna Baker. God bless you all. Have a safe weekend.
Thank you.